Hello and welcome to Pearsons Glass. By using the microwave kiln as you see today, you'll be able to make beautiful pieces of jewellery, cufflinks in bright colours and much more. Just before today's demonstration, I'll run through some of the equipment you'll need and then we'll cover some safety tips. A microwave kiln, we'll be using the small one today, but you'll see there are other sizes and I'll cover those later. A standard domestic microwave, the one we're using here is an 800 watt one, but you can use any you have, just adjust the heating times accordingly. Clear and compatible coloured glass. Today I'm using these pre-cut shapes which are available in a variety of packs, both for clear and colours. Also you can use dichroic strips, which is a metallised covering on top of the glass. Great for jewellery, gives a lovely reflective finish. You can also use frit and stringers. Frit is crushed glass available in a huge range of colours, and stringers, which is a bit like spaghetti, also available in a huge range. In addition to this, we use some of the tools. There's a glass cutter, which is used for scoring the glass before breaking. There's pro runners and Grossi pliers, which make it a lot easier to break the glass along the score line. Also, we use an L square, very simple and straightforward, but designed for cutting straight lines. And finally, fibre paper. This is available on the roll, or today I'll be using pre-cut squares. Very important, this is placed on the base of the microwave kiln, and then when the glass melts, it will not stick to the bottom because you've got the fibre paper there. I'll just clear all this away now and then show you the safety tips. For safety, you can use some goggles for when you're cutting glass so no splinters can hit your face. The mask is very important. After using the microwave kiln, the bottom has your fibre paper on. This turns to dust and can be a bit of an irritant, so always clean it away carefully, but make sure you're wearing a mask first to stop any irritation. Gloves should really be worn when handling the microwave kiln because it can get quite warm and so saves damaging yourself. And finally, a kiln shelf, which is a heat-resistant surface. This is actually a ceramic tile. When you remove the microwave kiln from the microwave, the base can be very hot. If you put it down, be very careful not to burn a formica or kitchen surface or wood or carpet. So I always put it on a heat-resistant surface. Secondly, when checking the procedure, if you find the glass has moved off the paper, you can use a metal object to flick it onto the heat-resistant surface so it doesn't damage the base of the kiln. Today I'm going to fuse some dichroic glass to a piece of clear to make a jewellery pendant. First, I need a piece of fibre paper which I'll place on the base of the kiln. Very important to stop the glass sticking to the bottom of the kiln. Next, I'll put a selection of dichroic glass on the bottom and some clear on top. Remember, glass must be clean as dirt can fire in. Be careful when placing the glass and the dichroic on the paper. It must be in the middle of the paper so not to contaminate the outside edge. Also, make sure that it's not too close to the graphite wall. Otherwise, you'll get thermal shock of the glass, it could crack and shift, and you may also contaminate the outside wall with the glass. Next, this is all placed in the microwave. We'll place the microwave oven lid on the top and slowly and carefully close the door so not to shift the glass. Some people use fusing glue to keep the glass together during this procedure. I'll now turn the microwave oven onto full power for 3 minutes. After the glass has been heated for just over 2.5 minutes, I'll check on it to make sure that the glass has not shifted during the procedure, and to enable me to estimate how much more time is needed in the microwave. Okay, now I'll check to see how it looks. The first time you use the kiln, it is quite cool, but use gloves for subsequent firings. Needs another 30 seconds. I'm not using gloves now, but will do on the next project. Check again. And it's done. Carefully take it out and put it onto our heat-resistant kiln shelf. Now it's time to have another look, but be very careful, especially like me if you're not wearing any gloves. As we lift it up, you can see that the glass is glowing red hot, and in fact the inside of the kiln is also glowing red hot as well. We'll just put that back on and let it cool naturally for about half an hour. Remember, the kiln gets hotter as it cools. When checking to see how well your fused piece is, you must be very, very careful. Go down, take a quick look, close the lid and make your assessment. If you lift the lid open and have a good look and think about it, all the heat pours out and this internal ring cools down very quickly. So when you close it again, it may take minutes to reheat up and generate that heat inside. So if you go down, quick look, make your assessment, you keep as much heat as possible inside the microwave. For today's demonstration, I've used the smallest microwave kiln, which has an internal diameter of about 2.5 inches. This takes probably between 3 and 4 minutes to fuse. Next we have the medium one, which takes 5 to 7 minutes. This one has a 4-inch internal diameter. And finally, the large one. This now has a 6.5-inch diameter, almost the size of a small dinner plate, and takes 11 to 14 minutes to fuse. All of these and all the items you've seen today are all available at Pearsons Glass. After about half an hour, we can open our work to check that it's gone cool. When removing it, you then need to wash it in lukewarm water to get rid of all the fibre paper. And as you can see, it's fully fused. Now, if I take a jewellery bale, I can stick it to the back of the piece with 2-part epoxy resin. I then thread it with a chain or leather thong. Just remember, when disposing of the fibre paper, always use a mask and preferably a hoover so you don't get irritated by any of the dust. And that is it. Enjoy.